that feeling when you've done something that you can't undo, but it's starting to maybe regret it. So let me know in the comments if you recognise that song and you're brave enough to type out that. Anyway, right, so this is the Vox AC30. Now I just want to talk you through this preset and just show you what's going on with it, because I was enjoying those tones and I'm starting to think that I should take another look at the Vox AC30. Now this is one of the first models that came with the Line 6 Helix when they brought it out in 2015, so it's not exactly anything new and it's not something that you won't have seen stuff about before, but I think it does that classic kind of jangly Vox thing. As someone who's very kind of recently become a bit of a fan of what Vox do and the tones that you can get out of Vox, as I've started to grow out of like the age of being really into metal and stuff, I find that these tones are quite appealing in lots of different modelers. So anyway, the things that matter about this preset. So first of all, the Vox A30, I've got the drive here at 6.3. I think that's the main thing that's going on there. The bass at 4. The cut at 5.6. Now the cut, you'll know if you know anything about Voxes, is basically cutting off your high end, and as you get further up you get progressively darker. So that'd be called like a high pass filter maybe, but I've got that set on stock and the bass settings on stock as well, and for me I just leave it there and forget it. Treble we got at 5.6, which again I think is stock, yeah. The older AC30s didn't have a presence control, so leave this at 0 for most authentic tones. The master is all the way at 10. Again, AC30s didn't have a master volume, so leave at 10 for most authentic tones. But if you're finding it too compressed or something like that and you're looking for more dynamic range, you could take this master down. Equally, you could take the sag down, but I'm kind of liking it where it is. For me, it's kind of this sweet spot with a Strat. And I'll just turn off the transistor and Ganymede for you. So what you are getting with Vox, I think, is a lot of this jangliness and a lot of chime. That's the thing that I take from it. It's not necessarily, to me, it doesn't scream like warm or anything like that. It's like quite a classy tone, quite a cutting tone. That's how I think of it anyway. It's this. Slightly scooped tone as well, but I just really like the way it sounds. I think for different people the Vox sound means a lot of different things, and I think they're semi-versatile amps. You know, they can do beautiful cleans and really cool kind of drive tones as well, clangy drive tones. Anyway, the cab, this is a dual cab setup, and it looks like I've actually got it right this time. So we've got a 2x12 Bluebell. So this will be a Celestian blue type cab with the 57 dynamic 1 inch away. The high cut there 8 basically, and the reflections up at 35. And then the other cab, I chose the 2x12 silver bell. Now older AC30s come with silver bells, and then Celestian from there moved on to the Bluebell, which is what people I think are used to seeing in an AC30 now. But also you could try greenbacks, as that became a thing which Vox use as well, kind of either a blue, an Eco blue, or a greenback I think is the traditional thing. So 121 ribbon, 1 inch distance, and again reflections at 35. Then I got a transistor tape here, the time at 1/4, 63% feedback. The wow flutter is up at 8.2, scale is at 100%, spread is at 10, mix is at 22%, headroom all the way up so that I'm not getting any clipping on that particular block. And the Ganymede, the decay is 8.4, pre-delay 40 milliseconds, tone is at 10, mods at 4.1, mix at 17. And yeah, we could probably build this on PodGo if you want me to try doing so. I won't be able to do the dual cab thing, but we may be able to do something, and I think we'll probably be able to do something that sounds good still, if you did like the way it sounded. Now, the only other thing that I've got going on is in this Snapshot A. I'm turning on the Kinky boost, which is an SP EP boost, is it something like that? And the drive here is at 6.6, the boost is off, the bright is on. And then for the lead tone, the drive goes up to 7.8, the boost goes on. And then I'm also upping the gain on the AC30 to 7.3. This in real life would be punishingly loud on an AC30. As you get that knob on an AC30 past halfway, it does get really brutally loud, so I'm quite glad this is a virtual model, not a real thing. And then also I brought the high cuts down to 4.5 and 4.8 for this kind of thing. Without the boost, it would sound like this. Just I think a really cool tone anyway. So that was what I wanted to share with you. Let me know if you want me to drop this into the folder. I was just enjoying those tones today for some reason. I've got a bit of a Vox thing going on, and I was trying a real boost pedal in front of an AC15, and I thought, can I get something copping that kind of vibe with the HX Stomp, and that was what something like that, really gainy for a Vox, but I think that hot rodded Vox tone, you know, if you're into that sort of thing, check out the Essex AC30. The other things we've got here, you've got the A15, which is obviously the AC15, and then we've got, I think, a slightly older model. We've got a Fawn Normal and Fawn Bright. So this is a normal channel and a top boost channel, and I think the Essex A30 that I'm playing through right now is a top boost channel, I think. So yeah, Essex A30, I think top boost, Vox tones, and I think also really cool, worth a look, no matter what kind of style you're playing. I think even if you're playing kind of heavier stuff, more gainy stuff like I was in this video, I think it has a real natural kind of cutting, but also guitaristic kind of thing that's careful, I think, with noise gates with the Vox though, because I think without a noise gate things can get quite noisy, especially if you're near a monitor. However, I feel like part of what I really like about these Vox models is that they're really touch sensitive, so you can just play really lightly. And because of the amount of compression and sag and all of these little things that are going on, because we're pushing the virtual valves quite hard, mean that you can play with loads of dynamics, and I think that's why I like to try and be careful with the noise gate. So I think I'd put it on for this lead tone, but I'd maybe leave it off for something that's not boosted, so I'd get the best of both worlds there, where I've got a really touch sensitive kind of clean edge of breakup, and then when I've got a more noisy thing, because we've got a gain boost in there, I can be quiet if I need to be. So hopefully that's vaguely interesting to one or two of you. That's the Vox or Essex A30, the Vox AC30 top boost, and I think capable of some super pretty tones. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to. Now let me know if you've got other amps in the Helix that you want me to check out. This one I think doesn't really take much dialing in at all. I think it's just more about pairing it with some of the nicer speakers in there, and you can get some really great Vox tones. Cheers!